Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam's Sports Report. Today we're going to talk about running backs and what they should do to make them make more money. Running backs don't make as much money as they used to relative to other positions. The reason is because they're beginning to get beat up earlier in their career. Number one, because they get hard and hit the line, and by the time they get so many carries, they're not as good as they used to be. Because they may have too many carries, they're just not as good as they used to be. They're just not as good as they used to be. When the running backs hit the age of 30, people might say they never were. So why don't we give them a bonus to make it more fair for them? Passing game is more prevalent. The running should actually get an incentive for the best position at that player if they get over 1,000 yards. I would not let it affect the cap otherwise. Some examples are Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs. Got to raise their contracts much like Chris Jones, only Chris Jones makes more money than them. Yet, for the Kansas City Chiefs, Chris Jones, Saquon Barkley, New York Giant, Josh Jacobs, Raider. Yet, I'm a big advocate of getting rid of guys when they hit the age of 30. If you gave them an incentive, they would have more money, and by the time you get rid of them.
And when we talk about the running back, you and I, we talked about this last week. Ocho.
Yeah.
I said, Ocho, what scares the owners is the running back longevity. Nick Chubb goes down. Looks like he's going to be lost for an extended period of time. Saquon Barkley, he's going to be gone for 3 weeks. J.K. Dobbins, he's gone for the year.
Right.
Austin Eckler, he's out. Montgomery, he's out. So I see both sides of the coin. The owners are saying, because you play such a high collision position, we don't want to insure you or give you the guaranteed money. But the running backs are saying, that's why we want the guaranteed money, because we played that position.
About it, it isn't just the running back position. This is all positions in general want the security and the guaranteed money based on their performance. That's what everything is based off.
Yeah, but we know Ocho, through studies, the running back have the shortest shelf life.
Yeah, they do have the shortest shelf life. But when you look at it, you understand even with a short shelf life, running backs like Nick Chubb he's a special running back. He's in the category of his own with CMC, Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry, and a few others. So there's a difference. He warrants a payday that is just like that he makes. I think he's one of the few who's in double digits when it comes to how much he earns a year per salary. But tonight was very unfortunate. Unfortunate.
And I think the thing is that when you look at it, Ocho, most guys, safeties, DBs, realize they can't tackle Nick Chubb in his chest. We've seen him on social media squatting well over 600 pounds, maybe close to 700 pounds.
Almost 700, 675.
So they know in order to get him down, you got to chop him. It kind of reminds me of the injury. You remember Willis McGahee in the Fiesta Bowl?
Yes.
He got kind of
Ohio
tackled.
State.
Yes, he kind of got tackled very similar and suffered. So I don't know the extent of the injuries, but it didn't look good.
Yeah, it didn't look good. It was hard for me. I saw it the first time. I didn't want to see the replay. But usually there's an advantage. There's a size advantage when it comes to the running back and the safety coming downhill on that collision. And the first thing they do, they go low. You go to the laces and you hit the knee. Obviously, you don't want to see anybody injured.
Absolutely.
And you really can't tell anybody how to tackle. And obviously, the way the rules are right now, you want to be extremely careful. You don't want to lead with the helmet. It's hard to hit with the shoulder because you hurt yourself, because you're at a disadvantage as a safety trying to come up and hit someone as big as Chubb is.
With that power in his lower extremity.
With that kind of power. Exactly. So the first thing you do is you go low, because, once you take the legs out, anything from the knee and below, they got to fall no matter what.
Exactly. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. And so that really handicaps, because he was really their offense, because you could do so much off of him, because you have to drop that guy down. And now Deshaun is throwing on a lot of single coverage.
This is now on the Sam Vaughn Smack with the Royals. Yesterday they got a suspended game for it being 4-0 down. They lost today 8-0, and they suspended the game for the top of the 5th. I would just have walked out there and quit the game, forfeited. I don't know why the Royals keep going. They stink. They might get to the most losses ever. They've been better now in September, as they always are. That's no indication of whether they've been good. We saw that theory. Now we'll move on to the baseball standings. The Baltimore Orioles are 99-59. The Tampa Bay Rays are 97-62. 2.5 games back, with 4 to play for the Oilers and 3 to play for the Rays, so it's almost done. It is pretty much done. The Minnesota Twins are 86-73. They clinched that division. The Texas Rangers are 89-69 and top of their division. Houston is just behind them with 2.5 games, but as we said, Texas has 4 games left and Houston has 3 games left. And so that division is pretty much over as well. The Atlanta Braves are 102-56 and clinched the top NL playoffs. So what that means is they won't play. They would have bye in the first round. The Philadelphia Phillies are 89-69 and have clinched a wild card spot. They're 82-76. Just behind them, 81-78, the Rays, 1.5 games back, but only 3 games remaining, so they might be out of it. The New York Mets are 72-86. Now on to the NL Central. The Milwaukee Brewers are close to clinching at 89-69. They have clinched their division. The Chicago Cubs are 7 games out, 82-67. The Cincinnati Reds are 81-78. Are not eliminated yet, the Cincinnati Reds or the Chicago Cubs. The LA Dodgers are 98-60. The Arizona Diamondbacks are 84-74. Now we go on to the wild card for the AL. The Tampa Bay Rays have clinched that spot at 97-62. The Toronto Blue Jays are 87-71, the second wild card spot. The Houston Astros, 87-72, aren't quite eliminated. The Seattle Mariners at 85-73. In the NL, the Philadelphia Phillies are 89-69 and a wild card spot. Arizona Diamondbacks 84-74. Chicago Cubs 82-76, and the Miami Marlins 82-76. The Cubs, the third wild card spot out of the NL. And that's it for the baseball standings. Now we move on to Thursday Night Football. There will be 2-1 teams. An Old Bash rival, Lions versus Packers. Players to watch out for: Jordan Love and quarterback Jared Goff at the quarterback position. And Love plays for the Packers and Jared Goff plays for the Lions. On the radar for the tackles, under the radar for the tackles, Yoshi
Nijman
and Tyler Decker on the tackle spot. Nijman is for the Packers and Decker is for the Lions. Kansas State ups Jorme Tang's 7 years left on his agreement, $100,000 increase in each remaining of the contract, accumulating to $3.6 base of $1 million through the 2029-2030 season. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports.